The Hidden Bread of Heaven, a bedtime story inspired by Chapter 8, Gospel of Mark. The sky was pale with morning light as Jesus walked softly along a quiet hill in the Decapolis. The land stretched wide before him, fields of barley, patches of wildflowers, and the soft hum of bees that kissed the petals. Behind him followed a crowd, not shouting, not pressing, but walking gently, as if drawn by something deeper than curiosity. There were mothers carrying sleeping babies, old men leaning on staffs, and children skipping over stones. For 3 days, they stayed close, listening to his words as he spoke, not like the others, but like someone who had touched the sky. But now, even the birds had grown still. The people sat beneath the olive trees, their stomachs empty, but no one complained. They simply looked at Jesus with quiet eyes, trusting him the way a child trusts the morning to come. Jesus sat on a stone, the wind playing in his cloak. He turned to his disciples and said, "They have been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them home hungry, they may faint along the way." The disciples looked around. The land was dry, the villages far. "Where could we find bread here in the wilderness?" they asked. Jesus smiled. "How many loaves do you have?" "7," they said. So Jesus invited everyone to sit on the cool earth in little circles. The people arranged themselves like petals around a flower. He took the loaves, lifted them toward the sky, and gave thanks. Then he broke the bread again and again and passed it to the disciples, who passed it to the people. As they ate, baskets of small fish were shared too, and laughter began to bloom like springtime. No one was left hungry, and when they gathered the leftovers, there were 7 baskets full, each one a quiet echo of God's abundance. Later that day, Jesus and his friends stepped into a small boat and crossed the sea once more. The wind was calm and the waves gentle, but the disciples whispered among themselves, worried. "We forgot to bring enough bread," one said, patting the satchel beside him. Jesus, looking over the water, turned slowly. His eyes, full of peace, met theirs. "Why are you talking about having no bread?" he asked softly. "Do you still not see? Do you not remember the baskets left over? The loaves that fed thousands?" Their voices stilled. The only sound now was the rhythm of the oars dipping into water. When they came to Bethsaida, the wind carried the scent of figs and salt from the nearby shore. A group of villagers came to meet them, bringing a man who could not see. His hands stretched toward voices, but his eyes remained clouded like a morning fog. "Please," they said, "touch him." Jesus took the man gently by the hand and led him away from the village. They walked in silence beneath a flowering tree, the petals drifting like snow. Then Jesus touched the man's eyes with his hands and asked, "Do you see anything?" The man opened his eyes, blinking. "I see people, but they look like trees walking." Jesus smiled and touched him again, so gently, like the breeze, and suddenly the man's sight cleared. He saw Jesus' face full of light, and tears filled his eyes. "Go home," Jesus said kindly, "but don't return through the village." And so the man did, his steps sure, his heart light. That evening, as the stars began to blink in the deepening sky, Jesus and his disciples walked toward the villages near Caesarea Philippi. The moon hung like a silver coin above them, and their feet brushed against the sweet grass. Along the way, Jesus asked them a quiet question. "Who do people say I am?" They answered thoughtfully. "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others say one of the prophets." Jesus paused under a tree, the shadows dancing at his feet. "And you?" he asked, voice soft as dusk. "Who do you say I am?" Peter stepped forward, his voice steady. "You are the Christ." Jesus looked at him and nodded, as though Peter had found a pearl buried beneath the sand. But he warned them not to speak of it yet. As the night grew darker, they found a small grove and settled there. A fire crackled gently, casting a warm glow on their tired faces. Jesus sat beside them, watching the flames dance. "Following me," he said quietly, "is not always easy. It means giving up your ways and choosing love, even when it's hard. It means trusting me when the road twists, when the bread is few, when the world doesn't understand." The disciples listened in silence, hearts stirred like reeds in the wind. And as they drifted to sleep under the open sky, the words stayed with them, like seeds planted deep. And so, little one, may your heart rest too. Know that even in the wilderness, you are seen. Even when you feel empty, there is bread enough. And even in the darkest night, you are never alone. Sleep well, in the presence of the one who sees, who heals, and who always provides. If this brought you a moment of peace, feel free to subscribe for more calming content each day. Now, dear one, as you close your eyes and let this day slip away, remember the one who does not break the bruised reed, the one who heals gently, who teaches with wisdom, who speaks with calm. He is the Lord of rest, the comforter of the weary, the keeper of your soul. May your dreams be filled with golden fields and quiet streams. May your heart rest in the peace of knowing you are seen, loved, and called family by the one who walks through grain fields, still speaks truth, and always offers rest. Good night. Sleep peacefully in his embrace.